that Gavi is a star to watch out for in the world of football is something that has already been known for quite a while. However, it is one thing to do as well as he's done in domestic football, even if for a club as big as Barcelona, but it is quite the other thing to do it as well as he can do it in a World Cup. Yet, in Spain's opening encounter of this particular World Cup against Costa Rica, it was in fact Gavi who ran the show, and it was Gavi who made headlines by actually scoring Spain's 5th goal. A goal that incidentally ended up making him the youngest goal scorer in the history of Spain. But not just that, it also made him the youngest goal scorer in the history of the tournament since 1958. So today we are going to look at the wonderful exploits of this young man here, Gavi, who has been making a splash for himself in world football, but has now actually cemented himself as one to watch for on yet another occasion, this time by doing it on the biggest stage it is that football has to offer, the FIFA World Cup. Now, to put in perspective just how good it is that he's been doing, accomplishing what it is that he's accomplishing, it is worth noting that he is in fact now on a list that includes some legendary names. So now, as things stand, Gavi is the 3rd youngest goal scorer in the history of the FIFA World Cup, aside from of course being the youngest goal scorer in Spain's history in the World Cups. The youngest of course is a record that seems unlikely to be broken at this point. It belongs to Edson Arantes do Nascimento, also known as Pele. He was 17 years old in 239 days when he scored his World Cup goal, and don't forget that was at a time when the World Cup as a tournament itself was still in its infancy, and you would see young players play the tournament. Nowadays, I highly doubt any 17-year-old is going to be playing the tournament, which is why I consider it an unbreakable record. But even then, Manuel Rosas was 18 years and 93 days when he scored a World Cup goal, and Gavi is currently 18 years old and 110 days. And that makes him the 3rd youngest goal scorer in the history of the FIFA World Cup. Behind him, of course, is Michael Owen, who was 18 years and 191 days when he scored his first FIFA World Cup goal, and Nicolas Kovacs, who was 18 years and 198 days when he got his first FIFA World Cup goal. But breaking records, as I said, is not something that is new to Gavi, who despite his age tends to show maturity beyond his years when it comes to his exploits on the pitch and his ability to run the midfield. In fact, it is his maturity beyond his years and the fact that his ability at this point is so advanced that it's hard to believe he's actually 18 years old, which has ensured that he's broken a number of records in his youth. Now, if you look at it, he became Spain's youngest ever capped player in 2021 when he actually made his debut for the side, and at that time he was only 17 years old. So again, 17 years old and being a regular not just for your club Barcelona, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, but also Spain, getting to make your debut for La Furia Roja, one of the most successful decorated teams in international football in recent history. Very, very impressive. And of course, as I mentioned, the fact that he made his World Cup debut today against Costa Rica, that actually made him the youngest player to play a World Cup game for Spain. And then, when he went and scored the goal, he of course became the youngest ever Spanish player to score a FIFA World Cup goal. As I said, it's an amazing feat if you have to look at it, no matter which way you have to analyze. The fact is, Gavi at only 18 years old is already someone who's making waves in the world of football. Now, obviously, Gavi wasn't the only star of this particular victory. Again, you have to remember that his Barcelona midfield mate Pedri was also there, but it's hard not to focus on how well it was that Gavi did in this particular match, not just for the fact that he was running the midfield when it came to passing, keeping the control, ensuring that Spain's tempo never dropped, but then he was on hand to score a wonderful goal and then write himself into the record books to cement the fact that yes, he is indeed one of those stars to watch out for in the FIFA World Cup, and not just in the FIFA World Cup, but also for at least 10 to 15 years to come in the world of football. This is a name that you ought to remember, because it wouldn't be surprising if he's someone who goes on to cement himself as one of the greatest midfielders the world of football has ever seen. But that's just my take. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course tap that notifications bell icon so you know when we're going live or uploading a new video for you guys. Then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook as well. And last but not least, download the AajTak app where you will get all the FIFA World Cup highlights, whether it be single goals or full match highlights in the language of your choice, be it English or Hindi. Thank you all once again for joining us in this video. I hope to see you with us through the course of the World Cup and Sports Today and maybe beyond that. But for now, goodbye.
32 countries, 8 groups and 7 past champions. As they come together to compete in the biggest prize in the world, watch all the latest highlights, analysis and interesting quizzes on Sports Today. Don't forget to subscribe.